Hello one and all, Aidan here from Enchiridion Chiropractic Training, coming to you from my cool plunge in the back of my garden. The problem with stress is that we always assume it's a bad thing. It's Fun Day Sunday, the 16th of March, and this morning, I've done some work for my presentation, which I'll be talking about in a minute. I've then done 60 minutes of high intensity workout, talking to you good people inside my cold plunge, and I'm going to go in the sauna before having a shower and relaxing. Now, all of those things are going to cause my body a degree of stress because I'm going outside my normal temperature limits. My heart rate this afternoon, I pushed up to 163 for 30 seconds 5 times. And so I'm in the cold plunge, which is 7 degrees at the minute, and I'm going to be in this for 5 minutes whilst I talk stuff to you. And whilst that's happening, it's dropping my body temperature, creating a feeling of discomfort, which is training me to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. One of the problems I think we've got in modern society is that we don't like to be uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. We like to be comfortable, and I include myself in that. It wasn't easy to get into this moving position because, to be fair to you, I should be called the naked chiropractor, and I don't want to violate any social media guidelines. I've got 3 events coming up where I'll be talking. One is next week. So the good people at Goose Chiropractic and Wellness Centre have invited me, along with other speakers, to come and talk a little bit about the evolution of chiropractic training, which is an event that is happening on the 10th and 11th of May. So you've got me talking Saturday next week on both evolution of chiropractic and also Enchiridion Chiropractic Training, which is 2 acronyms with ECT, so that's going to be confusing, so hopefully not too confusing. At the event on the 29th, I'll be talking about mind, body and spirit and how it will affect you positively as a chiropractor. Mind, I'll be delving a little bit into what Chris Chippendale will be talking about in May, so like the communication, how to make sure that you are understood better, not only by your peers but your patients and perhaps even by yourself. There'll be a lecture from the absolutely outstanding Dr. Simon Billings of In Health Supplements, who did the core concepts in chiropractic nutrition, who I should say, I've done his core concepts in chiropractic nutrition course, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Really improved my patient care. And little old me, I'll be doing the spirit, so mind, body, spirit. Yes, so mind, Chris Chippendale; body, Simon Billings; spirit, myself. I'll be talking about how we can address some of the dysfunctions that can occur within your own body, and how those dysfunctions can affect your nervous system, particularly with relationship to the vagus nerve, which is quite possibly, the longer I stay in practice, the most amazing nerve in the body, and the one that's getting an absolute hammer in modern society. So I'll be teaching you a little bit about that, how you can influence that positively with hands-on techniques, and the whole thing will be an excellent exercise in, well, helping to improve you as a clinician. You, there you go, see, I can see my finger. Not very good at this really, am I? So that's in a week's time. And that's me advertising for the event on the 10th and 11th. But I'm also, on the 27th, Enchiridion Chiropractic Training itself, that is little old me, is doing a course down at Newcastle Chiropractic Clinic in Newcastle-under-Lyme, which is in Stoke-on-Trent, not Newcastle-upon-Tyne, where I'll be looking at upper cervical and first rib, and again, how that particularly pertains to your treatment of the vagus nerve. And again, those are the techniques that I wished I'd known when I was at college or graduating in 2001. So I'm wanting to share them with you, so you don't make the same mistakes I do. You make your own mistakes, which is always a good thing. And then the final thing I'm advertising is that I'm going to be up in Aberdeen at Riverside Chiropractic. And they are very kindly hosting an event which I'm putting on, a 2.5-day event. That is Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday. We'll be looking not only at upper limb, we'll be doing, upper cervical, we'll be doing upper limb, upper cervical, lumbar, extremities, sacroiliac joints, all the good stuff, as well as discussing a bit of rationale as to the neurophysiology of why that works. Now, judging by my watch, I've been in for 6 minutes and 23. I don't want to do too much more. So you're going to have to bear with me whilst I try and keep this pointed at my wonderful visage without slipping. I'm going to shut this before I go into the sauna. Now, again, I'm just showing you all the good things that you can do to help rebalance your nervous system, because let's face it, we know as chiropractors how many people are in a state of constant stress. Well, when you expose yourself to sometimes good stress like cold and hot, what you can do is train yourself to be better adapted for other kinds of stress, because remember, your nervous system doesn't know whether your heart rate's increasing because you're being chased by a saber-toothed tiger, or, there you go, so that's 56 degrees, obviously I got in 37 minutes, or whether your heart rate's increasing because you've gone from somewhere cold to somewhere hot. So, hello, I'm having to balance this on the handle because obviously I still am trying to be relatively polite. So going in the sauna, we know that the Finnish, people from Finland, because if I say the Finnish, that sounds like I'm ending. What I mean is the people from Finland who go into saunas, and they have lots of saunas per head of capita, are consistently rated as the most happiest people on earth. Well, if it works for them, it's going to work for bloody me as well. So I've had some cold. My feet particularly are tingling. I can feel that my heart rate has risen a little bit. I have to say, the cold is not particularly pleasant. The hot is less unpleasant, but it does get unpleasant towards the end. And what I'm trying to do is release proteins. You've got cold shock proteins and heat shock proteins. And what those do is those help your body to stave off infection, to boost your immunity, make you feel better in general. And I'm doing that because I want to have a better quality of life. Now, I think I've rambled on. I'm getting to the end of what I really need to say. But I would like to see some, all, or most of you either next week at the Gaggle at Goose. There'll be a link somewhere along here. Or come join me at Newcastle under Lyme, Newcastle Chiropractic Clinic in 2 weeks' time. Well, 13 days, could be Saturday. Or come and join me at Goose in May, 10th and 11th. Or come up to Bonnie, Scotland, or if you're in Scotland, I'd like to see you there, in October, first week in October. Right, I'm going to finish now because it's nearly 10 minutes and I've gone blah, 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 blah. Speak to you later on. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.